Am I live? There we go. I'm live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel This Overstuffed House, where we cheer each other on to go through your own overstuffed house. Some weeks we have sales, other times it's like tonight, it's a kind of a work with me and have a chat. And I keep you update on what's been going on. Um, there we go. I did not have a chance today. Let me put this not in top chat, but in live chat so that way I can see it on the laptop. It's easier to read that way than what's on the tiny little phone. Um, did notice though with the new phone, because I went from a Motorola that I love to this, I think it's Apple. Anyway, it's an iOS. I know that. Digital technology is not my strong suit. Um, I'm technology challenged. But I do notice that the colors are much more vibrant. So it's definitely a better quality camera. So I'm having issues getting the sucker to stay where I want it. It's smaller than the phone I had. So the setup here at the desk is a little off kilter because this phone is smaller and it doesn't want to cooperate. Also, the cord's pulling it. That's not helping either. Nope. Nope. It's going cockeyed. Stay where I put you. There we go. Hi, Nancy. The other Nancy is here. Oh, blessed week to you too, dear. It's gonna be a hot week coming up. We have tomorrow, and it already, like yesterday, you walked out of the house and it was like feeling like when I was in Florida. Today, of course, 2:30, serious thunderstorms just blew through and stayed that way for about 2 hours. um, but it did manage to get out, and Mike took me to the gym with him. Um, one, so I could get a hot shower, but two, so that I could walk on the treadmill for a little bit. Start building up that stamina before Boy Scout summer camp. So yeah, it's supposed to be up in the 90s. Now, I have a Boy Scout and his sister. She's also a scout. She's with the Girl Scout troop that's in Swarthmore. And they are going to start doing the gardening merit badge. And I haven't heard back from their mom yet about if they're coming on Saturday. We're kind of late getting this started, but to get the dirt turned over for their plot, because if they do it together, they're both going to get the badge. And I looked at the weather and went, I don't want them here on Sunday trying to turn all the dirt over. I absolutely don't want them here in that hot weather. Hello, Nora. I am well. I'm a little tired today, but I'm well. Um, I last week I had conked out, and I filmed a video for you guys showing those two nice sales from eBay and packing them up, and then forgot to post it. So I think it's posted now. I did post it, didn't I? I think it's posted now. I honestly, brain like a steel sieve. Is it posted? Yeah, packing up eBay sales. Posted it today. 16 hours ago. Yeah, because I forgot to post it 2 days ago. That was a little off kilter. So let me get back in so I can see the chat. We're getting into crunch time, and I'm trying to think of all the stuff I need to get done and want to get done before I have to go to the mini farm, because I'll be gone for a week and a half. And then at the same time, then when I come back, I'm only home for a week and a half, and then we leave for Boy Scout summer camp. And the time is just spinning by, going so quickly. So let's see, that one's done. I didn't do that yet. I didn't do that yet. I did that. I did that. Got those to the third floor. Did those. I still haven't mopped the bathrooms. I did the post office run. Did more trash bags in the side yard. Yeah, so I didn't get the mopping done. And I didn't get the linen closet straightened up. Yeah, this was my to-do list. And it says today, right? Not this has been that's been the week so far. So, but stuff's getting done. And you know, now I have to make a new list. And then on the back of it is written what had sold that I had to send off. Wasn't that nice? That was a nice sale having that totem. Patrick Searle, and it was a totem, um, uh, Eskimo native. I don't know if it's Aleutian, but um, the native Eskimos up and so it was going back to Alaska. That was nice. It's going back to Alaska, and but that came in a batch of stuff I had bought at Briggs auction, one of the local auction houses, because they had these wonderful, they had two really wonderful Japanese figures, and I have some of them that I had inherited from my mother, and this would add to them. And so it was crazy because even with the commission, it was like $10 for everything because nobody bid on them. Nobody wanted them. So it was like $4 each for the two Asian statues. And then of course the buyer's premium or whatever it is. And then and so basically the totem was free. So that was nice to get a $90 sale. But I can't believe that they didn't like did nobody look at this thing and look up the name, the signature that was on it, the sticker that was on it. I couldn't believe it that they hadn't somebody missed it, really. Somebody missed it because that should have gone. Other they've had Native American dolls, Kachina dolls. Um Somebody had been clearing out a collection and I don't know why, but that totem from Alaska missed somebody missed it and it was just lotted in with this stuff instead of being sold on its own or with some of the soapstone carvings that were from Alaska that were in the same auction. Um, I have no idea why, but it's something else out of the house. I'm happy. I have to write it in the notebook because I didn't do that yet. This is the first chance I got down. I got here to sit down 10 minutes before the live was to start. Oh my goodness. But it's been that kind of off kilter day. I deliberately slept late because I knew I was going to be up tonight. But Mike wants to go antiquing. So he wants to take me out to Lancaster County. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. The funny part is like he keeps saying we'll do it, we'll do it later in the day. So we're out there like towards the evening. Why would you want to be that many hours away towards the evening? Because it's going to be like where he wants to go is going to be like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive away. So I don't know what he's thinking, but he wants to go. So, oh, I'm being a distraction. Well, at least I'm a fun distraction. What do you need distraction from, darling? Are you okay? I was happy too that that M.A. Hadley plate had finally sold. I'd had that in my store for a year. Oh, from the news? Yeah. Today was a no news day. I didn't look at TikTok. I didn't look at the news. I didn't look at any of the. Nope. I was giving myself a break. So I had a no news day. And, it's nice. It's nice. Because, everything is like we never, growing up, we weren't bombarded with news all the time, every second of the day. Stuff was, you getting alerts on your phone. So I went in and like a lot of sites were just sending me alerts, like BBC News was sending me alerts and this one. I'm like, how do I turn this off? Because I had it off on the other phone and I was getting tons of alerts things on the new phone. I'm like, no, 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 no. The only alerts I want to see is if I have a text message, if I have a voice message, and if anything sold on eBay or Etsy. That's it. I don't want any other alert other than like emergency broadcast. Of course, you get those, but I did not need that from half a dozen um, different websites and news sites. And no, I just did not need that. So if I could spell sent correctly. Uh, so I made that was one of the first things I did with the new phone is made sure that all got turned off. And then it's been a lot quieter and easier, but you do get overwhelmed with it all. There's just so much. And so I was like, yeah, well, you know what? It's okay to take a day and just not. Just don't even look at it. Because you can, I mean, I could go online and just look up like 6abc.com is WPVI, which is the local news for Philadelphia for this area. And I go to that, I go right to weather, and I see what the weather's going to be. That's it. That's the only thing I did. Didn't look at anything else, didn't bother to look at headlines, forget it. I needed to not have that headache for a day. So I decided today was the day. I wasn't gonna get in there. Uh-oh, I gotta sneeze again. Oh, I'm out of allergy spray. I had this spray that you Flonase over the counter that you put up your nose and yeah, and overseas is getting crazy too, so but not unexpected. I mean, I've been watching um I've been seeing Netanyahu because I can support Jewish people without having to support the current leader they have. He has been trying to get the world to attack Iran since 2009. He's been comes out every couple of years going, "Oh, they're this close to having military weapons and they're this close to nuclear weapons and they're this close to 2009, 2015, 2019." And the only reason I know the dates is because a couple of different news agencies, including the BBC, have fact checked every time he's come forward to like a G7 summit or to uh, some big international summit where he's tried to convince them to start fighting with Iran with him. And so it's been on his thing all for a long while. It's only figured it would only be a matter of time. Sadly, it, it is what it is. I've got bigger things to worry about. I have international scouts, and ICE is in Philly, and they are not particular, and they're not even showing badges, not even showing their faces. And here's the scary part: they're not doing habeas corpus because they are not showing warrants. You have a right when you get arrested, cops show up at your door. We have a warrant for your arrest. You can ask them, I need you to read me the warrant. You need to serve me the warrant. I need to see what the warrant says. And they, according to our Constitution, must do this. And they're not even checking your ID to find out if you're a citizen or not, if you even have documentation. They just take you, which is scary, especially when like they show up at schools. What are you going to take the kids and then what? Where are those kids going? Or you take the parents and the kids don't know what's going on. So I get worried about that. So um because I do have international kids, and I worry more about that one right now because that's more immediate to me. Um though I am very glad one of them went home to see her mother in Costa Rica, and I was so happy. She knew I was worried, so as soon as she got back home, she texted me and said, "We just pulled up in the driveway. I'm home." Bless her heart. I was so happy. I was so happy that that was okay. So, oh yeah, Lisa, using a list is definitely helpful. Mike had gotten me he'd had a notepad and it's things for today, and so I've been using that up, and it's helping somewhat. Though it's funny, it's like it's never just that list is never today. It's like 3 or 4 days because there's so much stuff to do around here that it's very easy to feel overwhelmed and overloaded. And so I look at it as this is my list for 4 days. If I can get it done in 3, that's great, but this is my list for 4 days, you know. So it's not, I don't care that it says today on the top. It's for 4 days. So now I need to figure some stuff out here tonight. This was the first one he gave me. This says today, and it has a spot for the date. Then it has top priorities for tomorrow, don't forget, and notes. And this is overly complicated. I can't. Mike swears I'm ADHD. I wouldn't be surprised. I just a laundry list kind of thing. That's all I need. I hear meowing. Kitty? Kitty? Who is it? Oh, baby. Mike took laundry down and he shut the basement door. I think some kitties are stuck in the basement. I'll be right back. I may or may not have a cat in my arm. Who's me out? You coming? Okay. All right, I'm back. Minus a cat, but I'm back. Why does that keep showing up in the shot? There we go. It was an Arwin and an Elrond. We're stuck in the basement. And so, uh-oh. Why am I buffering? Why am I buffering? I don't know if that's a problem on my end or if that's a problem that you guys are seeing. So are you guys seeing me or is it buffering on your end too? Oh, there we go. Wow, now that the buffering, the lag is serious. No. Oh, yeah, the lag is going to be seriously wonked up here. Let me move ahead. I think it was just my computer getting weird. Oh, now my computer's frozen. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I am trying to sort out. I've got some little things I have to see about looking up. A modern guy. I can't even find this. Presto cooker canner. And this was some kind of a. They all have little recipes in them. And a basic fruit cookbook. When's this one from? 1969 by Sybil Henderson. They're just little ones, but I have to see. I have to look them up. I've got a box over here I was trying to empty and get rid of. And I've got all these stamp journals, but they're I mean, they're great if you wanted to use it for ephemera because you could cut out all the little pictures, but they're all black and white. So there's maybe a few pictures in color, but for the most part, all the pictures of the stamps are black and white. So I don't know that those stamp journals are going to stick around. I don't know what's under them, but that's not my priority tonight. I'll use this batch. Oh, that's an ephemera batch. That's meant for another time. Things have gotten like really backed up around here and moved all around, and so I have my shipping list, and I found a box that was very old stuff that Mike had moved when I first hurt myself. So it was one of the missing boxes. Now, who wanted? I have a giant duck. And I don't remember who that was supposed to go to. So I need to start figuring this stuff out here as to who, so that then I can send pictures to people. Isn't this cool? I like the Volkswagen. I'm not a big fan of smiley faces, but I like the Volkswagen. I've had this for ages. And but I do like tie-dye. Especially if it's like pinks and blues and yellow, because I really like bright yellow. It's very hard to find bright yellow clothing. And with my skin tone, I can get away with yellow, but I can't necessarily like some of the paler greens don't work for me. If they're too close to my face, like the light reflecting off of them makes me look like I'm sick. And I know my face is a little red tonight. That's from having been out in the sunlight. So when we got back, I made sure I put lotion all over my face because everything is pink. Because I was out there in the hot sunlight filling up the other bag. So we can now we can get to where the hose is. at the side of the house, which is a good thing if we're gonna have gardens over there. Who? Oh, is Marilyn here tonight? She might still be over at Sugar Britches over at Lori Ann's, because I think she's the one who sent me a note wanting to know about stuff for that box lid of ephemera that he went through. But I sent her an email, but haven't heard back. So, um, tiny flowers. Oh, I have to show her that tiny flowers got damaged by cats. Little brats. Um, I get frustrated with myself. I try not to, but I do get frustrated with myself that I'm still working on backlog. Oh my goodness. Hmm. That still hasn't turned up. A little Horner tin. It had kitty cat on it. My goodness. Aha. Now I know where you're supposed to go. Okay. So we're gonna, what is this? Oh, that's shoe bombs. I can use a piece of that. So I want to start making sure I get stuff packed up. But it's some of these bigger things I don't remember. There's Marilyn. No, remember an email? I thought it was you. Didn't you on one of the weren't you the one that said in the comments that there was some stuff from that box lid that turned out to be a lot of ephemera and photo albums and um oh, I still have to do the diary. Read the diary that's in there and the autograph book. Um Thought it was you that said you had wanted it, and I sent an email. Well, my brain could be playing tricks on me today. I'm tired. Oops. You don't need to see that part. Okay, so this. And it was from. And I'm going to take this little note and stick it in there so that I know who to email about that. Huh. I will have to take a look at that and find out who that was because I don't remember. So, but um I was going to let you guys know. I'll try to film if I can on this expedition Mike's taking me on to see whatever, he said he's passed quite a few thrift shops and antique shops in this whatever this little area is that he wanted to show me, and so I'll see if I can get um some some stuff filmed and go to my channel. Was a video or a live? Was a video. Work with me through the box lid. So really only 10 days ago. Man, it feels like more. Oh no, it's not Marilyn, it's Melody. Why do I keep getting YouTube backwards? I don't know why I do that, but I get YouTube backwards. It's Melody who wanted it. Sorry, Marilyn. But there is a video from like 10 says 10 days ago. Feels like longer, I swear. Um where it's a box lid of ephemera that I had unpacked and sat outside and went through, and the one of the two of the cool things was there was an autograph book, and boy, just about every page was full, and they all actually like wrote stuff, not just signatures, but actually like gave some thought to what they wrote. And then there's a diary, and the diary looks like it's from about the age of, I think, 14 to 18. It even says the year, and then in all the black and white photos there were some of her as a younger girl. So I think I actually have some photographs that would go with the time period of the diary. And a couple people did say, they didn't put in the comments, but they messaged me and or emailed me, and they did say that they thought it would be pretty cool to hear me read through it and see, what it says, especially considering the years that it was, because it was, I think, the late 30s, so it'd be leading into like 19, I don't know if it goes as far as 1941, but we'll see. There was an awful lot of stuff for the late 30s in there, which is kind of funny because like that's about the time my mother would have been, like in 1939 my mother would have turned 10. And so, as a teenager going into the war years, you know, I wondered how things were different. I know some of the stories, but got a hair in my mouth. But by no means all of them. But oh my goodness. Snowman, snowman. This was something else that I also don't know. I don't know who I'm supposed to send that to. But I'm getting there. I will get it all figured out one way or another. Cellophane bags. Those are in the kitchen. Wallpaper with the roses border is in the dining room. I don't know where these books are. Hmm. Da-ba-ba. I'm still digging out. It was my own fault for getting this far behind, but I'm still digging out and getting there. But every day, every week, a little closer. Oh, she's still here at 96? Wow. Yeah. Oh, the season finale of Doctor Who? Why did it feel like the whole thing was cobbled together? And what was the deal with people's hairstyle, hair length, things changing like scene to scene? It seems like they reshot something. Um it was really strange, the season finale of Doctor Who. And then to end the way it did. Why? And who is that? Because she's not the doctor. Guarantee you that. She's not going to be the doctor. Because they did something weird when he started to regenerate. They showed the inside of the TARDIS glowing kind of orange briefly. So I don't think I wonder if she is Idris. There was a story where the heart of the TARDIS got actually ripped out of the TARDIS and put into the body of this woman named Idris. Um, and I can't remember Saran. I can't remember the actress's name. She plays Gentleman Jack on this really cool BBC show. She plays Gentleman Jack, and but Saran Jones, I think, is her last name. But she plays Idris, and she gives a voice. The TARDIS suddenly has a voice and has a way to say hello to the Doctor and actually talk back. And it's a really cool episode. And I really kind of wonder if somehow his regeneration was the TARDIS. I do know that Nakuti's not coming back, and it feels really kind of off kilter because he only got 8 episodes. He's had the 2 shortest seasons we've ever had, and he kept getting offers to go do a play. I don't know if it's in the West End, which is England's version of Broadway, or if it's on Broadway itself. But Disney kept going, well, we don't know, we don't know if we're going to renew or not. And then finally, he had to sign somewhere, and so he signed for the play, because if Disney wasn't going to renew, then there going to be another season or not. So that's how he ended up. We only got 2 very short seasons, which is a shame, because every Doctor that's ever been, the first season is always rough because the writers never quite know how to write for them. The second season is usually much better because they finally find a rhythm and how that person's going to play the Doctor, so they start writing to their strengths as that character. And so I kind of was like, what the heck? I wasn't happy with the finale. It started off so well, but the whole second half of it seemed kind of pieced together in odd ways. And then they teased us with Susan and did nothing with it, which didn't make any sense. And I've heard that from different channels that there were something happened where there were reshoots and they had to rewrite the ending, and so I think it's not going to leave a good taste in a lot of Doctor Who fans' mouths until we know what's going on. It may be a year. They haven't even scheduled a Christmas schedule to be filmed for this year. So we don't know what's going on. And I think they kind of threw Billy Piper in there just as a last second, maybe as a last second thing to end on a cliffhanger to keep people hooked. I honestly don't know. I don't know what they did that for. I still have some of this 1970s wrapping paper. The big chunk. Doesn't have I never did find out who made this wrapping paper because it doesn't have a thing on it. But I also had never managed to sell it. So let's put that up there. And let's see what's here. Because I've got odd combinations of things, and some of these things I don't think are even supposed to be down here. No, I know this isn't supposed to be down here. Because if this is what I think it is, no, it's not what I think it is. This is a whole bunch of fabric that says Happy Valentine's Day. I picked this up because this is a really good thick stripe. It feels like seersucker. And this is stuff I picked up at the okay, this is not how I'm gonna make this thing because I think this thing's a little creepy. So this is stuff I had picked up a while ago at the free store. And there's this stocking, but you have the mouse is like coming out of the bottom. I'd rather have the mouse coming out at the top. It's a little strange. But I was thinking how cute it could be to make a bunch of these for Christmas. Because heaven knows there's plenty of fabric around. And then I found in their scraps this nice piece, which is it looks very much like obi fabric, and it feels like silk. And they had, but it's an odd cut, so I'm not sure what I can do with it, but I might be able to make, because of the way it's cut, I might be able to do something like this with it. And this is why I grabbed it, and make a small purse. So that's why I grabbed that, because it's an odd leftover shape. But when I saw the shape, I was like, I think I can make that into a purse. And Mike got his new cord for the sewing machine. So this has to go up to where all the fabric is right now on the third floor. Get that upstairs. What else is here? Oh, this is an eBay bag. You know, I know it's an eBay bag because abalone, they are expensive. Look at the size of this. I could almost could almost wear it as a mask. It's huge, but look at all that gorgeous color, all that wonderful lacquer in there. So this was a really cool find. It was packed in sideways in a box of books. So I was super happy to find that. But that's definitely an eBay one. And then this is still sealed. It's a book from unicorns. In Pursuit of the Unicorn by Josephine Bradley. And it's all sealed up. And it's an art catalog for an art exhibition. So, and I know those were worth something. I forget what, because it's been a while, because I was going to do them and then didn't know where I put them. Story of my life, right? Get it and don't know where I put it. So now I have it. Oh, 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 ow, come out, come out. Are you, are you? Please be. Yes! Oh, yes! I have been searching for this. It's been buried. It's been buried. This is the new light box that I got because I needed one, because trying the old one, the cats had knocked down, so it went over the side of the table over there. And when I tried to carefully pull back on the cord to get it back, it got caught on something, and I ended up the wiring literally for the lights just literally ripped right out. It did not take much. So I was like, well, darn, now that's useless. So I had to get a new one. Yay! Now I can find a spot to get this set up and start taking like really good pictures. Like that abalone shell really needs proper lighting so that you can really see the lacquer. I'm so happy I found something. Oh, this is all tissue paper to pack things with. This should go up there. And doll clothes pattern book. What's all this that the cat keeps laying on and has knocked down? What on earth? This better not be Snow White. How did you even get your... It is Snow White. How did they get their hands on this? So this is what they call a one sheet. And I'm not gonna open the whole thing. But this is the movie poster that would have been put in the lobby. And it is a huge Snow White one sheet. So that I have to figure out how to even get. And what are you? You are... Your Chester Water Authority bill from 2022. I kind of think that's trash. Well, your financial stuff, you need to be in the file upstairs. I actually started getting all that stuff into a file and into, I have and had boxes of books in the way, which we've slowly been selling off. But I had stuff in the way of a metal filing cabinet. It's only 2 drawers. It's in my bedroom. And so I hadn't used it since high school and college. So Mike's been trying to help me get more organized. We went through it. There were old pay stubs in there from back when I used to work in the malls. And so we shredded all that stuff, got rid of it. And then, so now we're trying to get like all the tax stuff in files. And then, like, you keep like the last year's household bills because we've had problems with like the taxes on the house where suddenly they came back from 2 years before and told my mom, "Oh, you didn't pay that." She had the receipt. So they just had the wrong house. They wanted next door. So we are keeping all of that stuff and trying to keep it all organized. And it's not stuff you even think about. And then you realize you're going through this file and realizing that some of this stuff is, well, we're in 2025. So a lot of this stuff was more than 25 years old if it's from when I worked in the malls. I mean, I worked in the malls in the late 80s, in early 90s. So, it's sometimes it's good to just clean out old paperwork because you don't always need all of it. Oh, now I found this, but I still haven't found the cord to the Game Boy. It's a Game Boy folder, and it's got a couple of games in it. I never did finish this one, because this one, it's Harry Potter and I think it's the Chamber of Secrets one. But there's a glitch in it that sometimes it glitches when you're trying to get past this one spot. And because of the way Game Boy Advances were, you could save the game, but you couldn't, like, if it glitched at this spot, you would have to go back and sometimes restart the whole game. So that was very annoying. Quest for Camelot, Kirby's Dream Land. These are not the ones I had played. I was playing Pokemon, which Michael's still on my nose because I have a lot of the books. I don't know where all the games are. Let's see. We've got Power Rangers, Dragon Warrior, Jackie Chan Adventures. That was a game. Star Wars Jedi Power Battles. That was one of Mike's favorites. Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Power Rangers. Again, those were Michael's. I have Alice in Wonderland. I had the Harry Potter one. I tried Spyro, which is a dragon you fly around, little baby dragon. But on that tiny screen, that was a nightmare. Um, but doing the Pokemon battles were fun. And if you had a connecting cord, you could actually battle other people. You could battle friends because you could connect both the Game Boys together. So I would actually like battle with some of the scouts when Mike was still a scout. So it was fun. It definitely was fun. Now, let's see. Oh, I know what this is. I don't want to show this though, because I believe that should show up in the next sale. So let's put this. No. Let's put this right back here. You know, it's funny. I want to try to get work done, but at the same time, it just feels like I'm not getting very far. And why is this, what is this stuck on? Oh, that's what it's stuck on. The cats have knocked over the big, heavy roll of cellophane. So, yeah, I can't move that from and get that out from under it from here. I will have to crawl. I will have to like half crawl under there. Oh, I do see the bag, and I didn't know, I don't remember who wanted it. There's a bag here, it's stuck down there too, of old matchbook covers, old matchbooks. And somebody collected those who was in the chat one night, and I didn't write down who because I was gonna get them to that person. So, um, let's see, what is this box? Okay, that's the to-do list. That's a notepad. That should be upstairs in the scout file because that is court of honor. Oh, wow. He's in college. He's in college. He's still around. He's still around. He just became Eagle and aged out. Nathan Lynn just became first class. Yeah, he's aged out already. So that should be up in the file. I try to keep all of the court of honor things because sometimes you have to go back and double check and see what you did or didn't do, who got what. Oh, I wondered where this went. So, aha. That should be in my Christmas stuff. And this should be in a box that's underneath Michael's bureau because it's dragonware. He really, really, really likes dragonware. So I'll take that upstairs with me tonight. But I've been looking for these a long time ago. I did a pin sale and they were I think $3 a pin because they're all little, like there's a pineapple, there's a milk crate, stars in a jar, which I actually kind of like that one. This one made me laugh because it's good for Halloween. You know how they always like have kids dressed up the classic ghost outfit where you just have a sheet over your head? Well, this is a ghost, but on the sheet are images of other little green ghosts. And they're all just this kind of backing. But they were $3 each for the pins. And there were a lot of them. This is what I'm only at 1%. Some days. Some Some days I feel like that. Look, you can have a carrot for Easter. Basketball. There's a couple of them. This one was a pair though. So there's a famous painting by Michelangelo on the Sistine Chapel. And there's one where the hand of God is coming down to meet the hand of Adam. And so there's a pin set that's the two different hands. So those two went together. And we have, this was the one, I think it's supposed to be a kitty. I can't tell, but this one's definitely a puppy. They're really cute. And let me see if I can find, let me find it and I'll put the link in the chat. So I've been behaving. We have a brand new Goodwill near us. It used to be a Big Lots. And I've been behaving. I've been in there a couple times, but I've been very careful. Though I went back in and I had shown, thought I had shown you a couple weeks ago, these little tiny cups that had little dog figures on them and little sayings. And it's probably from a kid's tea set. Well, I went back in and got the big surprise of finding a thing of plates. Now, there were big saucers, and then there were these little ones that look like the little shallow dishes that you would put your like butter pats in or little tiny things. And I use those when I can find them for the cats on the porch out back for their wet food. Because then if at night if the raccoons break them, it's no big deal. And so so I grabbed them and I'm like, well, what are these saucers that are underneath that are taped with them? Well, I looked at them and here they're the dog plates that go with the teacups that I picked up, what, 2 weeks ago. I was dumbfounded and thrilled. I just thought that was great. So now I have the cups and the saucers, and I'll be probably bringing them to the next sale. I want to copy this. Oh, hi, Val. Oh, how is Virginia this time of year? Here is the link for there's the link for the pin sale. That's all these pins. So there's like, but because they all still have their little letters tags in there. So if you see any you like, you can just email me, or because there's like 14 of them here that hadn't sold, and you can either email me or you can just put it in the comments on that pin sale that you would like to have any one on them, and I will get them to you. Pins are cute because sometimes, especially like in the summertime, we're not usually in clothes to wear a brooch. But if you're going out and you have a hat just to like keep the sun off your face, you put a pin on the hat. They're cool. You can have a little pin on there, and oops, these are the three that had sold from the last time. Put that there, and then you guys should be living right here. There. You should be there. You should be here. Oh, if I can reach it. There. So, Mike saw a video of something, some hike spot in Virginia. And he's like, he'd never really seen anything of Virginia before. And it was in the Smoky Mountains. And he's looking at this and he goes, "Is this what it looks like down there?" It's like, "Oh yeah, Smoky Mountains are gorgeous. I've been there. I was there with my sister and her husband early on. They took me on vacation down there, and we were down there for 2 weeks, just going around in the camper. We had a camper that fit on the back of the pickup truck, and so we just traveled around the Smoky Mountains for 2 weeks, and other places in Virginia. And it was a blast. It was a fantastic place to go. And there's tons of places. If you like camping, there's tons of places. If you don't like camping and B&Bs are more your style, or staying at a hotel and then go and see the sights around it, there's all kinds of places to see all across that state. It's a great place to go. Uh, there's just, I don't think, I think we started at one end and basically worked our way across. We went down a little bit and then started working our way across in the 2 weeks we were there. Hi, CDC. How are you doing? So, Mike hollered at me today because with all the stuff I did out in the yard, I hadn't drank any water. That's not a smart move. I was just drenched too, because it's just, we had such humidity in the last couple days. It's been pretty bad. And what, pray tell, are you? Hmm. You are a knotted mess, is what you are. Well, I'm not gonna fiddle with that tonight. I think I'm gonna need a pin to, there's 3 different types of chains here. So yeah, that's not a problem for tonight. We'll just sit that back on the corner there. I'm trying to find the floor next to me. Oh, what's he doing down there? He's supposed to have gone. I thought I put him upstairs. So he's going upstairs with me. So I had that huge boxes of Avon stuff, and only a few of them have made it to the sales. But this one is called At Point, and it is a brown glass pointer hunting dog. And I just thought that would be really cute to have around for um in the fall, as something other than, pumpkins and Halloween. To have him out for the fall, you could have fall decor out from like mid-September all the way through until you're putting your Christmas stuff out. So, what else is hiding? Oh, this is hiding here. This needs to get measured and looked up online, because it's Snow White fabric. Is Disney fabric. I don't know why I have Disney fabric. Probably because mom. Probably because my mother. That's exactly why I would have Disney fabric. My mom. But- Okay, what do we got here? Hmm. What is this bag that's half upside down? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Philadelphia Orchestra Cookbook and tons of pages of just loose sheet music. So this basically is for, because it's all popping, the pages are coming out on quite a few of these. So this is basically ephemera lot where, you can get a couple of pages of sheet music and then just use it for whatever you need it to. Okay, so that's got to be hung on to until I sort it out for the ephemera sale. But it shouldn't be sitting here going upside down because that would just be problematic. A little box. Philadelphia cookbook. What, pray tell, are you? Tiny book. Modern Improved Cookbook from Shakespeare House? What? Ah, that's a publishing house. 1951. Another little cookbook. Oh my. But I see floor. Oh, this was meant to be a pillow. It's the panel. That should also be, though I doubt I'll ever sew that. Because I have an entire laundry basket, a big laundry basket, that is nothing but panel stuff. As we found it, we'd been adding it to that. Mike has let me have it's sitting on top of the cedar chest, my mother's cedar chest, which is still in Mike's room because there's nowhere else for it to go. And it has that and there's just because anytime mom would find them in Joann Fabrics or in Walmart or anywhere we were at, if there were, especially the panels to make books for kids, soft books, she would buy, if they were on sale, she'd buy the whole bolt. She'd buy at least four. Um, and sometimes if the price was really good, she'd just buy the whole bolt. So there's quite a few of those and stuffed toys and stuff like that we used to make and take to the craft shows for Christmas. And I've pretty much sold all the stuff that we had made together, her and I. So Mike knows how to sew, though he's not quite as good as he thinks he is, because you can't, when it's a panel, you can't leave any of that little white edge. You need to sew right along the edge of the line where the printed thing is finished. And then it'll have just background white. Well, you need to not have any of that white show. And if it's showing, then you need to rip that out and do it again. He don't like doing it again. So I'll be sewing them. Oh, okay. They're all in a bag. Oh, vintage crochet thread. Bunch of those. I don't know what to do with those. And there's something in there. Oh, this is just odd bits. Oh, this is missing there used to be a little red heart on the top. It's a ring box, but look at the inside. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is just odd bits that I haven't done anything with yet, including, I have to see about these and see what they are, because they're the same size as this one, but this one is an Uncas Vanderbilt Jewel Solitaire. But I don't know what size. But that's pretty little thing, but it's definitely too small for my hand. And the two little ones, I don't know. I'll have to find my jeweler's loop because I don't know if there's any little matching marks. Now, where'd the other one go? The other one fell into the box. There it is. But this is odd bits that all need like repair. But I'll show them to you anyway. This one's missing two of the pearls. Kind of has that Sarah Coventry look to it. Oh no, it's a Kramer. It's a Kramer piece. But it doesn't have its pin back part. It has the mount for it, but it's missing the actual pin, and it's missing two of the pearls. Then there's this one, and I don't know if the... There we go. So there's one, and it's a clip earring. I don't know if the other one's in here or not. There's another engagement ring. And this one, though, I need to get that checked to see if that's an actual diamond or not, because it's reflecting the right colors. But I don't know. That setting looks a little flat and something. It wouldn't have been that much money, so I don't know that that's a real diamond, but can't hurt to find out. These are missing some stones. There's two of these. These are buttons. I don't know if they go that way or if they're meant to go that way. But yeah, these were all things that needed a little help. Either they're missing a stone, or now I really like these because I like emeralds. And these are screwbacks. Now this one's complete, but the other one's missing some of the little stones. Now this went to something, and I've not yet found the other parts. Because some jewelry was made with pieces that would hook in so that you can make them a bigger something. And that's what this is, but I have no idea what it goes to. There is, I don't have my jeweler's loop with me, but there is a little, right at the tip of my finger, there is a little rectangle piece of metal that has some kind of writing on it. So it would have the name, and I have no clue. And who remembers sweater clips? Because this is a cool one. This is a sweater clip. Now, these tags that are on some of these things is because I had tried to sell them years ago at a vintage sale, and I had a bunch of stuff and jewelry that I got rid of. But these are sweater clips for when you'd wear the sweater over your shoulders and you'd just clip the two ends so that it didn't fall off your shoulders. Instead of having your arms in it, if it was too hot, you could just wear it over your shoulders like that. These are really kind of cool. You know what I've used these for a lot is like for on cosplay, people will have capes and they use them to like hold the front of the cape down, hold that together so that way it doesn't slide off of them. Now this I have yet to find out. I can't read the thing on the back. There's a little inscription on the back, but there's something in purple. This is very old. The embroidery is wire. It's heavy. This is some kind of an award. Sorry, I have it upside down. But this is really awesome. And there's tiny little red stones and beads in there, but I have yet to figure out what this is. So I've got that one. And then these are studs. I have two of these. A little bit of mother of pearl. Don't know what to do with those either. But this little thing, this should be in my Valentine's Day stuff. Because I've had this for years. And this red velvet piece, there used to be a red velvet piece on here. And it fell off one day, and I don't know whatever happened to it. But just odd little bits. This house is full of odd little bits. Full of odd little bits. So I can't go any further that way because I'll have an avalanche. But I know I have this giant box over here. This is all Indian books, different tribes that I need to go through yet and haven't gotten to. And some of the books in top are things I need to send off. This, I'm going to sit on top of the Rollo printer because I cannot carry all of this stuff upstairs tonight. Where it's that sliding puzzle thing, the way this house is that there's very little room to slide, but certain things we're trying to make sure are in one place. So as we're finding jewelry, some of that is in one place. Books are still everywhere. We're trying. I've added to the list of things I need to get together and take care of and clean up for Briggs auction because I want that done and I'm running out of time. I want that done before the end of the month and we're already to the 19th. So I have to get a move on with that because there's only one more week. I leave for the farm 28th, 29th. I've forgotten which. And then I'm there and I'm back in the middle of the week. And then we leave for summer camp on the 20th. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm back for a week and 3 days and then off to summer camp. And I really would like to have this stuff out of the house before I hit that point. But there's all these Tonka trucks in the basement, the big old metal ones. So I think we're going to clean them up and send them. I might send the stamp journals from this box. And oh God, there's so many other things. The problem is like, I know what I want to send, but I still don't have a place to like store everything in one spot. But I need to take photos. And now that I found the lake box, that'll help immensely. But I'm also, I think, going to go. I know if this is short, that it's only been an hour, little over. But I don't know what time he's going to drag me out of here for this antiquing tomorrow. So I'm going to go and try to get to bed on time, roughly. I've been trying to be in bed by midnight because I'm trying to get up at 7 in the morning. 7:30 in the morning because I need to get myself on farm time to take care of the dogs and the chickens and the ducks and the horses. So and we all know what a wonderful morning person Nancy is. Oh joy. So I am going to go. I'm also, my voice is cracking already. You know why? Because I actually sang some this week. I haven't sung in years. I haven't really sung with any heart in it since my mom died. So I was listening to Trial by Jury. There's a YouTube videos for quite a few of the Gilbert and Sullivan operettas, and some of them are just the music. So it's just the recordings because a lot of it's public domain. And so I started singing along before I even realized it. And I was singing along to the part for the bride. for trial by jury and the women's chorus stuff. So, but my throat is not used to that anymore, and it's tightening up the cord. It's vocal cords are a muscle. If you don't use it, it gets tighter and tighter, and then when you do use it, it frays a little bit, and it doesn't have that elasticity. And so I kind of pushed it a little too much, especially some of those high notes. Did not hit all of them because I'm out of practice. But that was a nice thing. It's finally back to where singing is fun again. It's taken a lot of years, but that was a nice surprise yesterday that singing is fun again. So so I'm going to go, even though we did some stuff. I've got a pile next to me. It's all got to go upstairs. Get that out. Oh, clear it away from here. And I will see you next week. I was just looking at the calendar. What do we got here? No, give me the calendar back. So next week is the 25th. So the 25th, or no, wait, that's a Wednesday. The 26th will be a live sale. But then I'm away. I can do a live from their place, so that would be if I do it, it would be on the 3rd. That would be a chat. And then I don't get back until the 9th. So the 10th would probably also be a chat, just because I would only just be coming back and wouldn't really have much time to arrange much. So so next week will be a live sale, and um and that's probably gonna be, I honestly don't know if we're gonna get one in July. Pity I had some July 4th stuff, but I don't know that there's time to really get it in unless I show the doll on the 26th. But I'm looking at going into July and going, yeah, huh. There might not be a sale in July unless it's on the 31st. Just because it's just going to have a lot going on. So I will see you guys next week on the 26th, and that will be a live sale. For those of you who are my members, I have to redo the video I had for you. You haven't had a video just for you posted in a while, but I don't know what I did wrong when I tried to film on the phone. The phone filmed everything sideways. Like the old phone, you turn it on, you get the camera ready, and you turn the phone sideways so it films, the wider shot. But this one didn't automatically do that. And Mike said it was some setting in the phone and he fixed it. So I did this whole thing on this really cool vintage Jello gelatin book. And just this little pamphlet thing from like the early 30s. And the lithographs are gorgeous. But I filmed the whole thing. Well, not the whole thing, because it's gonna have to be 2 parts. And the whole blasted thing, it's sideways, so I had to delete it. I need to redo it for you guys. So, um, so everybody stay safe, stay calm, have a good night, stay hydrated. We're getting into that hot summer weather, and I can't believe like we're gonna be hitting the 90s so soon. Who gave us Florida's weather, and what is poor Florida got? So, So, guys, I will see you next Thursday night for a live sale. Oh, and I don't know what Misty, who is thrifter junker, vintage hunter. But I know I saw her Instagram where she's gone into the hospital for something today. Apparently, it's something planned, but just say a little prayer that she recovers well from whatever it is, because she's a big one and was immensely helpful to me when I was just starting out. And and I will forever be grateful to her and Trisha at Sandy and Otto, and Katie at Vintage and Vinyl. The the information and help they gave me was invaluable, for when I was just starting out and thinking of and jumping on this bandwagon of resellers. Um, so say a little prayer for her. And there is wacky weather all over the planet lately. So I'm just hoping that everybody stays safe, that there's, I know it can be chaotic and frightening, and when you hear wind tearing trees down, been there, done that. Was in Kansas for one of those big twirly things. Honestly, was waiting to hear that music with a woman on a bicycle going by, going. "Dun, dun, 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 dun." I've never been so happy to be hiding in a root cellar in my life. Don't ever want to do that again. That's a story for another night. Um, just a prayer for just the general safety of people might be a nice thing right now. And remember, for the weekend, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself. And I'll see you next week. Bye.